Translation, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: not considering the negligence of ordinary householders like us, that very same Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in our homes just to support His devotees. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Devotees are so affectionate toward the Personality of Godhead that although He does not appear before those who practice yoga in a secluded place even for many births, He agrees to appear in a householder's home where devotees engage in devotional service without material yoga practice. In other words, devotional service to the Lord is so easy that even a householder can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead as one of the members of his household, as his son, as Kaddama Muni experienced. He was a householder, although a yogi, but he had the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kapila Muni, as his son. Devotional service is such a powerful transcendental method that it surpasses all other methods of transcendental realization. The Lord says, therefore, that He lives neither in Vaikuntha nor in the heart of a yogi, but He lives where His pure devotees are always chanting and glorifying Him. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Bhakta Vassala. He is never described as Jnani Vassala or Yogi Vassala. He is always described as Bhakta Vassala because He is more inclined toward His devotees than towards other transcendentalists. In Bhagavad Gita, it is confirmed that only a devotee can understand Him as He is. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. One can understand me only by devotional service, not otherwise. That understanding alone is real because although jnanis, mental speculators, can realize only the effulgence or the bodily lustre of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and yogis can realize only the partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a bhakta not only realizes Him as He is, but also associates with the Personality of Godhead face to face. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So Kardama Muni is specifically pointing out the Lord's quality, Krishna's quality as Bhakta Vassala, one who is very favorably disposed towards the devotees. In the last verse, he mentions about the mature yogis, Bahujanma Vipakvena. After yoga practice, after many lives, they become mature. Then drashtum yatante yataha. Then they will see the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. So that is with respect to the yogis who are also transcendentalists, and they attain Krishna, God, only after many, Bahujanma, Vipakvena, after many lives. And here he is contrasting that with the Bhakti Yogis. Here he is mentioning for regular yogis who do all those yogasanas and pranayam and that kind of a process, they see only after many births. But here Krishna is so kind to His devotees. Sayeva Bhagavan Adhya, the same Lord, Helanamna Ganayanaha Gruheshu, in the ordinary households, He not considering the negligence, Helanam na Ganaya, He will not count. Although there is some kind of a negligence in the Gruheshu, Jato Gramyanam, ordinary households. Here Kaddama Muni is humbly, he is presenting himself as an ordinary householder, who are known as Gramyanam. Gramyanam means where the Gramya Katha is very prominent. the regular politics and the topics about Vishaya, that is Gramyanam. Vishaya means eating, sleeping, mating and defending. Ordinary households will have discussions about only these 4 categories of Vishaya. But whereas a devotee's house should be Vishaya Chadiya. It should be free from the discussions on these subject matters. Their only subject matter is Krishna. If Krishna and his subject matters are discussed, then the Lord is very pleased. Because he is Paksha Poshana. He always supports the party of his devotees. Krishna is with the devotees party. That is Paksha Poshana. So this is the nature of the Supreme Lord. He is extremely favorable to his devotees. He is ready to bless. Immense blessings he is ready to bestow upon his devotees. And he always desires that his devotees comes back to him or comes back to his pure devotional service. This is Lord's intention. And devotees are also very affectionate towards Krishna. When somebody serves him affectionately, then Lord becomes he comes under the control of such an affectionate devotee. Krishna is not ordinarily understood or conquered, but if a devotee offers him something affectionately, then he comes under the control of that devotee. And even if apparently there is some hedanam, negligence, the Lord will not ganayanaha, he will not calculate as something high and low. For example, when Krishna, he visits the house of Vidura, then Vidura, he becomes ecstatic by seeing the Lord. The Supreme Lord personally coming to his house, he was overwhelmed with all the ecstatic emotions. And he was so much looking at Krishna, and he is enjoying Krishna's presence and his association, that he started serving the Lord by offering some fruits. After all, when a guest comes, you have to offer him something. It is said that if nothing is there, at least water should be offered. One mat should be offered so that he can sit down. So then, he is peeling the banana, and he was so much ecstatically attached to Krishna. It is said that he is throwing the fruit and then he is giving the peel to the Lord. Ordinarily speaking, it is helanam. It is actually negligence. But na ganaya naha, Krishna has not considered that. Oh, what is this? He is throwing the fruit and he is giving me the peel. He doesn't consider that. So here also, Kardama Muni is feeling that I am an ordinary householder. Gruheshu jato, but you appeared. Krishna appeared as his son. This is the power of that transcendental devotional service to Krishna. It is superior to all forms of transcendental methods. Either jnana process, yoga process or karma process. There also yoga's transcendental processes, but the most superior form is rendering transcendental devotional service to Krishna. Then Krishna, he becomes conquered by the love of the devotee, and then he is very much favorably disposed. If the devotion is not there to Krishna, particularly pure devotion is not there, it is not possible to understand Krishna. The secrets of Krishna are known only to the pure devotees. As soon as someone is having such pure devotion is not there, then Krishna becomes covered, yogamaya samavruta, some kind of a curtain comes, and then one will not be able to understand Krishna. But if there is a pure devotion, yes, then Krishna reveals himself. Vedeshu durlabham. This is summarized in Brahma Samhita as it is very, very difficult to understand Krishna by studying all the Vedas. Vedeshu durlabha. And immediately it says adurlabha. Actually not at all difficult to understand Krishna, but Atma Bhakta. Only when we go through an Atma Bhakta, a pure devotee of the Lord. So the secret of Krishna is pure devotional service is possible only by approaching Krishna's pure devotees. Unless one approaches Prabhupada, it is not possible to understand Krishna. Always he will be covered by this curtain, yogamaya samavruta. He will not be able to get the complete understanding of the Supreme Lord. So, although here Kardama said, Gruheshu jato gramyanam, you have appeared in ordinary households, one should not think in the really ordinary households that if some son is born, oh, Krishna is born in our family. My Krishna is, he has come and he is doing this, he is doing that. So Krishna appearing in a house is not ordinary. And that too you keep the gruha as gramyanam, as ordinary household. Krishna is not obliged to come there. Krishna is conquered only by pure devotional service, nothing else. Only to such bhaktas, bhaktavassala, he is favorable to, he is conquered by pure devotees, bhaktavassala. Prabhupada is commenting here, he is not known as Yogi Vassala or Jnani Vassala. He is known as Bhakta Vassala. That is the nature of the Supreme Lord. He becomes melted, he becomes attracted by the pure devotional service that is rendered to him. This is the power of this pure devotional service. It attracts the attention of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nothing else. So, we should not think that now we have become devotees, so we can have even helanam, we can negligently serve Krishna. No. One should not think that his family members are Krishna, or one should negligently serve the Lord, thinking that now I am a devotee. We should realize that currently we are sadhakas under the shelter of Prabhupada. By his mercy, we are able to get some opportunity to serve the Lord. The Lord is not visible, his lotus feet is not visible to great yogis, But now you can see his lotus feet is visible, because currently it is not visible. Very soon we can have darshan of the Supreme Lord. So Radha Govinda, they are personally present. The same son of Nanda Maharaj is present here. So one should not be negligent in serving him. Inside the altar or outside the altar, here in the temple hall, we should be conscious that we are in the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Radha and Govinda. Particularly the devotees should be careful to take care that there is no seva aparat. Helanam means negligence, means aparat. So we should be careful that there is no seva aparat while serving the Supreme Personality of God. Nectar of Devotion mentions about this seva aparat. It gives a list of 64. Of course, later on it adds more, another 32. So there are many seva aparadas. So the devotees, the second initiated devotees who are serving the Supreme Lord personally, they should be careful to follow all the regulations so that there is no seva aparat, there is no negligence. And most importantly, Prabhupada has summarized the Radha Govinda Gita. He summarized that the cleanliness and timeliness should be maintained. We should not be negligent about cleanliness. Particularly those who are touching the deity, they should be very, very clean. If, let us say, somebody is putting his hand like this, there's some itching inside them, and then, you cannot touch anything in the altar like that. Like that, every smallest detail one has to be careful. Nectar of Devotion also mentions that inside, when we are talking, all the talks should be centered around deity, Radha Govinda, about the service. There should not be any other talk. And also, we should not be angry, we should not be harsh, we should not be like that. There are so many regulations are mentioned. They are all considered seva aparat. It's a negligence. We are not recognizing the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why this negligence comes? Because we become familiar. Gradually we become very, very familiar. And then that becomes an offense. So, helanam gananya. So, Prabhupada, by his mercy, he gave us Radha Krishna deities. He gave us Radha Krishna upasana by the mantra, Hare Krishna. All these facilities, transcendental facilities, Prabhupada has given to us. And then, without any negligence, we should serve these various forms of the Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, we'll commit offenses. And here Prabhupada is mentioning particularly the Supreme Lord. His nature is, he says, I never live in Vaikuntha or in the heart of a yogi, but I live where my pure devotees are always chanting and glorifying me. You can see this. Of course, we all want to go to Vaikuntha because we know Lord is there, but Lord is saying, I am not going to be there. He is there, but He is with the pure devotees because He is known as Bhaktavatsala. So the specific significance of glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, chanting and glorifying, this is a very important process. Prabhupada is saying here is a powerful transcendental method that surpasses all other methods of spiritual transcendental realization. What Prabhupada has given, Lord Chaitanya has given, the process of chanting and hearing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So as one goes on chanting and hearing, and then gradually he will be able to understand Krishna, particularly his qualities. Krishna's transcendental qualities starts striking the devotee. He sees how merciful, in the words of Uddhava, Dayalu, one sees how kind Krishna is, that he is personally residing here and giving us an opportunity to serve him. So a devotee becomes transcendently attracted to Krishna by realizing his qualities. So just by rendering service, tato mam tatvato jnatva, they realize Krishna as he is, and then he will finally vishate tadanantaram, he will be able to go back to Krishna. This is the important specification. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. So actually Bhagavad Gita reading, a study of Bhagavad Gita means one should come to this conclusion that only Bhaktya mam abhijanati, only devotees can realize Krishna to the extent that Krishna has revealed himself in these books. Devotees can understand. And devotees, because they do devotional service, they understand, they attract Krishna's mercy. And then Krishna's mercy, then he will progress in his understanding of the Supreme Lord. With respect to chanting, it is there is an interesting shloka in Bhagavatam. The Lord is so pleased with the chanting of his name that it is said that Sanketyam parihasyam va stobam helanameva va Vaikuntanama grahanam ashesha agaharam vidu. Here the potency of Vaikuntanama is described. People do not know the potency of this Vaikuntanama, this transcendental holy name of the Supreme Lord. They have no idea. So here it is mentioned, if someone chants this holy name, Sanketyam, as an assignation, as an indication, if somebody chants Hare Krishna, like sometimes security guards or somebody saying, hey, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Basically is indicating that you come in the queue. Or he says, hey, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He'll say, don't go in that way. Sanketyam is just indicating. It's not that he is wanting to chant Krishna's holy name and to serve him. There is an indication. That is Sanketyam. Then Parihasyam va, as a joke. Particularly in the beginning days in the Western countries, they used to make a joke of this, Hare Krishnas, they have come now, they are dancing. So any such out of humor, joking, parihasyam, then stobam, as a musical entertainment. If somebody takes it as a musical entertainment, or helanam, neglectfully he chants Hare Krishna. It is said that ashesha agaharam viduhu, it neutralizes one from unlimited sins, even if he is doing this chanting as an indication or as a neglectful chanting. Like Ajamila, when he was chanting his son's name, Narayana, he is not really thinking of Narayana or his service. He is just calling his son. Sanketyam is indicating. He is just calling his son. But still, Ajamila got the benefit. He got a second chance. Although Ajamila was very, very sinful at that time, because of the culture, he keeps the name of the child, the last child, as Narayana. Now, this is the power of the culture. Because of this culture only we see in our houses, they keep the names of the children as God's name, as Narayana, Krishna, like that. And that culture is so nice. Even if they are not really meaning Narayana and Krishna, they are only calling their children, still he will get the benefit. Sanketyam is an indication. But nowadays the names are so complex. And what is the meaning nobody knows, including the child, including that person. Sometimes we ask, as soon as he tells the name, okay, what is the meaning of your name? He says, no, I don't know. They're very complex names. And they're not indicating to the Supreme Lord. Even keeping the demigod names, glorifying the demigod names, will not bring the required result. When Narada Muni was explaining about his previous life as a Gandharva, he was a Gandharva. Before he became maid servant's son, he was a Gandharva, and once he was called for a religious ceremony. So Narada Muni goes there, and he goes with so many women. In their association he becomes intoxicated, and then it is said that he started singing the demigod songs. He started glorifying the demigods. Of course, in the ordinary human society, if somebody is intoxicated, what songs he will sing, nobody knows. He will not glorify even demigods also. But these are all higher societies. They are in the higher planetary systems, Gandharvas and all that. So at that time, Prajapatis were also there in the assembly. They are overseeing universal affairs. They became very upset. They considered this as negligence of that Gandharva, and they cursed him to become a Shudra. And that's how he takes birth in the family of a Shudra's family. So that's why the Shastra is not saying some Kirtana means Vishnu Kirtan. Hari Kirtana. Kirtana doesn't mean some other demigod Kirtana. These are all innovations of the modern society. Of course, we see millions and millions of years before, Narada Muni also did the same mistake. That was there, but it is there now very prominently. And in some seasons we can see, we cannot even live here. That's the kind of sound and that's the kind of songs they will be playing, and they don't know that actually they will get cursed. They will be cursed. They are thinking they will gain something, but actually they will be, including devotees are also cursing, and the Prajapatis also will be cursing them. If one wants to have a auspicious life, then he should simply focus on glorifying, chanting and glorifying Krishna's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Prabhupada ki jai.